We just got a bunch of info from Chapter 2 of Disney's Lorcana, Rise of the Floodborn. Let's hop on into it. So we got to see a few product images for Rise of the Floodborn. So here's our Illumineer's Trove, our playmats along with the 2 different deck boxes that we can get, and 2 starter decks that will be available when this set releases. Now that we've looked at the product, we're going to go over some of the spoilers we got today. So we're going to start off with Belle, Hidden Archer, a 5-drop uninkable 3/3 with 3 lore. She has Shift 3, and she also has the effect whenever this character is challenged, the challenging character's player discards all cards in their hand. So this Belle, just from my first initial thoughts, is absolutely backbreaking against control decks, forcing them to get rid of their hand whenever she's banished through a challenge, and honestly, it's going to be one of the strongest cards we'll be reviewing for today. Next up is Gaston, Intellectual Powerhouse, a 6-drop uninkable 4/4 with 3 lore. He has Shift 4. He also has the effect, when you play this character, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may put one of them into your hand and the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. I really like Gaston as he gives you card selection in the late game. He also has really great synergy with the 2-drop Gaston that we've seen in so far, along with the LeFous that we have current. Next up is Raya, a 4-drop inkable 5/3 with 1 lore. Even though Raya doesn't have any abilities, the fact that she has 5 strength makes her a threat to a lot of the different high-cost characters that are currently seeing a whole lot of play in the meta currently. Next up, we have our first item on the list with Dinner Bell, a 4-drop uninkable item with you may pay 2 and exert it to draw cards equal to the damage on chosen character of yours, then banish them. I like the fact that this is a draw engine in Ruby and can potentially activate some banish effects if need be. I think the card is really neat. Next up, we have Tiana, a 4-drop uninkable 1/4 with 2 lore, has the keyword resist +2, and it also has the ability, while this character is exerted and you have no cards in your hand, opponents can play actions. So this is our first card that we see with the brand new keyword resist, and it says that damage dealt to this character is reduced by 2. So effectively, Tiana is a 1 strength, 6 willpower character, which I kind of think is crazy. It's really good against opposing steal strategies, and all in all, it makes Tiana a really sweet card. So next up, we have Cinderella, a 7-drop inkable 5/5 with 3 lore. She has Shift 5. She has Resist +2, and she also has the ability, whenever you play a song, this character may challenge ready characters this turn. So this is our second card that we've seen with the Resist ability, and it makes this card effectively a 5-strength, 7 willpower character, which, similar to Tiana, is absolutely insane. Along with the fact that Cinderella can pick off unexerted characters, makes this card absolutely backbreaking for a bunch of different strategies. Probably one of the strongest cards that we are going to see today, in my opinion. So our first and only song that we got spoiled today is Zero to Hero, a 2-drop uninkable action card. It reads, count the number of characters you have in play, and you may pay that amount less ink for the next character you play this turn. I think this card is absolutely insane, helping you be able to get out your very beefy characters, such as Musketeers, and just like the Cinderella we just saw. This is currently one of my favorite cards that have been spoiled so far, and I think people should really keep an eye out for this card in the future. Next up is The Queen, a 5-drop inkable 4/3 with 2 lore. She has the ability Shift 2. She also has the ability, whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character gets -4 power this turn, and chosen character gets +4 power this turn. I really like The Queen helping you make combat very difficult for your opponent, while also being able to help you accumulate lore over time. Plus, she's an absolutely fantastic addition to the villain deck I just posted, where it's revolving around Hades and a bunch of different other villains. People should really check that out on my channel. Next up is Mickey Mouse, a 6-drop inkable 1/6 with 3 lore. Whenever this character quests, you may pay 3 less ink for the next character you play this turn. I think that Mickey Mouse will be a fantastic top end in a bunch of different decks, helping you play out bigger characters or a lot smaller characters just for accumulating lore over time. The Sorcerer's Spellbook is a 3-drop uninkable item with the ability Exert, pay 1 ink to gain 1 lore. With this item giving us the potential to gain more lore over time, I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic include in a bunch of different Amethyst decks, along with aerial item-based decks. Elsa is a 4-drop inkable 3/4 with 1 lore, and has the keyword Challenger +3. I personally think Elsa is really strong, being able to challenge characters with strength 6, helping her take out a lot of opposing threats that your opponents could have and that are seeing a whole lot of play in the meta right now. Merlin is a 4-drop inkable 1/5 with 1 lore. He has the ability, whenever one of your other characters is returned to your hand from play this turn, this character gains +1 lore this turn. I like the fact that Merlin has 5 willpower, helping him to stay on the board for a while, and honestly his effect, depending on how you build your deck, could be a fantastic win condition. And finally, the best preview we got today, the strongest card that we've seen so far, Winnie the Pooh, a 5-drop inkable 5/5 with 2 lore. I want to say a whole lot about this card, but the fact that he doesn't have any abilities makes it a little upsetting. However, this is still my favorite card previewed. I'm probably going to try and collect a whole page of it. And who knows, maybe we'll get a Floodborn version later on when the set's fully released. That's going to wrap up this video. What was your all's favorite card preview today that I went over? There's a whole lot coming out from this set. It's supposed to be dropping around the 1st of December. So I want to know what y'all think down in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one.